Hey guys, this is an overview of my Blu-ray collection. Today's the 29th of December. This is shelf one. Everything is A to Z. Steelbooks, Blu-rays, even some DVDs, and of course UHDs are all together. Box sets, things like that, all together, all in one collection. That's my 88 films stuff. 88 films continued. Slip covers. Okay. Again, this is just a quick overview. I'm just going to be doing a panning shots. At some point, I'd like to do a more comprehensive video. Right. Some premium collections from labels like Film Arena, Blue Fans, and so on. Right. Media books. TV shows, more media books, UK exclusives. There, back here. All right. Batman Steelbooks in 4K from Best Buy. I've got some UHDs stored inside uh, Blu-ray packaging because I prefer the artwork on the Blu-ray packaging. That's the main reason. Lots of I have a few double dips, like as you see here, Bad Boys 1 and 2. Got the Steelbook from Best Buy. Some cannibal movies. I think that's a bachelor party back there. Yep. City of God. That's from that's a South Korean release. It's just a regular Amaray in a slip box. Okay. More UK exclusives. That Cujo release from Eureka is region locked, but I do have a region free player. Right. Plenty of steelbooks. I'm not into steelbooks much these days. I still buy them if I see one I like. I have not liked many of the current steelbook selections that have come out lately. Down there, it's a little tough to get down to the bottom shelves. All right, that's shelf one. There's 6 more to go. Okay, this is now shelf two. These are my Arrow titles. Not all of them. I've got some of them in a different area. Um, these are primarily my personal favorites. This lineup consists mostly of titles that I love. I personally love and have enjoyed since childhood, and it also includes new favorites like Crystal Plumage there. And the Beyond, I had not. I first saw the Beyond in 1998. I'm a Lucio Fulci fanatic, but I had not seen the Beyond before 1998. I went to one of those midnight screenings and just fell in love with it. All right, got a couple copies of Creepshow. Django was just announced for a 4K release after all that nonsense with the Blue Underground lawsuits or whatever. I pick up a Django release only for it to be announced later as a 4K pickup. Well, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it. Right. Okay, continuing on here. These are more Arrow titles. I have quite a few Arrow titles in my collection. Quite a few. A lot of slashers, a lot of horror movies, a lot of gialli. The ones that you see showcased here, like Mutilator, are my absolute like favorites, like top 5 or top 10 of all time. I want to show this to you guys. This is City of the Walking Dead, aka Nightmare City. I chose this artwork because it's how I saw the film theatrically in 1983, and I loved it I've loved it ever since. Okay, another childhood favorite in pieces. That's the Region 2 Ring box set in both the steelbook and regular LEs of RoboCop there. Bottom shelf. I'm so glad that they did Waterworld in the Ulysses cut. Yeah, is that what it's called? Or the 3-hour version. I love that movie. I also pre-ordered the Arrow 4K of Demons 1 and 2. So these will soon be obsolete. Alright, continuing on. Dead and Buried is being re-released. Hopefully soon. It's long overdue. Somebody in the States supposedly has Cemetery Man. I don't know who has it. Nobody knows who has it, and it's been rumored for quite some time. So I hope they get the ball rolling on that. Right, so that's the bottom shelf of shelf 2. Death Wish Media books down there. And this is the shelf 3. This is a Shrine. This is my U.S. franchise Shrine. I'd love to see A Nightmare on Elm Street up there someday. And my Criterion collection. I didn't get much at this year's Barnes and Noble half off sale. I picked up Claudine, a couple others that whose titles currently elude me, but it was just two or three titles. I have a fairly large Criterion collection, but it's you know, a lot of these movies I still haven't even watched yet. I would say about 60% of my Criterion collection is unwatched. Um, because frankly, there's a lot of stuff here that I maybe shouldn't have like blind bought. Many of these I picked up during sales, but things like Midnight Cowboy and The Man Who Knew Too Much. I'm not really. I'm not saying I don't like black and white movies, but they're not my preferred genre. I'm not being a snob or anything. It's just I have a certain era I prefer, and we all we all have certain preferences. We have preferred genres, preferred eras. I prefer movies from the '70s onward. That's not to say I don't enjoy black and white movies. I do. I've got several in my collection. As you will see, or you have, or you are seeing. But this one, for example, the Lambs, it's a classic, and it's not even among my favorites. But there you go. Scanners also. I didn't grow up. Lots of a lot of these movies I did not grow up with. I first experienced them when I was in my 20s, and I started collecting DVDs when DVDs first came out. Thief, a lot of good stuff here. Time Bandits, Tootsie. I was a little disappointed with Traffic with the picture quality. I don't know. It doesn't look very sharp to me. Virgin Suicides, I'm not afraid to admit, is a film I enjoy. Right, and that's the end of my Criterion collection, but not really. I've got more titles to show uh, that are on another shelf. Now begins my Code Red collection. Right, that's my Code Red collection. The same uh, principles that apply to Criterion apply here as well. A lot of this stuff is unwatched, and this is a genre I prefer. I enjoy. I prefer horror, sci-fi. Not much exploitation, but things like The Forest and Just Before Dawn, things like that. That's the stuff, and The Being. That's the stuff I enjoy for the most part. Sorry about the glare. I hate glare. I know you guys do too. All right, and continuing on. Still with the Code Reds. Yeah. One Dark Night. This is a signed version. Code Red did a really good job with that slipcover. I really love it. That's why I'm displaying it. I also happen. This film also happens to be among my top 5 all-time favorite horror movies, and so is The Power. I think I saw it theatrically. Not enough people have this in their collections, which is a shame. Right? And continuing on. The Strangers. Right. And the rest of my E's, and continuing on with the rest of my collection. That's the Studio Canal 4K version of Elephant Man. That's a 4K. That's the Blu-ray digibook for ET, but there's a 4K disc in there. Another example of me preferring the older packaging. Electric Dreams from Second Sight. I think this will be the only worldwide release of this film. Tons of music rights issues with that one. Right. And another Second Sight exclusive. Continuing on to the E's. And now the F's on shelf 3. That copy of The Final Terror is an extra copy. I stuck it in there, but I do have a Shout Factory section. All right, that's on Dangerous Ground. It's a Spanish Blu-ray. Steven Seagal. I just ordered the Flatliners Mill Creek Steelbook. Final Countdown was just announced for UHD release. Okay. That's a From Dusk Till Dawn box set. I think it's from Kimchi. Okay, continuing on the bottom shelf of shelf 3. A couple premium versions of the Fifth Element on Blu-ray. Right. Final Destination Collection. Four Flies on Grey Velvet. Flight of the Phoenix from Eureka, an awesome movie. And it's an old movie. It's in color. And it's the only version on Blu-ray worldwide. It's a damn shame. Fright Night Part 2 media book, Fright Night 1 Eureka Steelbook, and a bootleg of Fright Night 2. Alright. Okay. This is shelf 4. And I got a Lucio Fulci shrine on the second shelf of shelf 4. There. Can't get rid of that freaking glare. Ooh, that glare's a bit much. I'm sorry about that, guys. Very sorry about that. Maybe if I change angles a little bit. Right, so, Halloween collection, Hobbit. And indicator. There, that's a little better. That's my indicator collection. And it looks like I'm going to have to continue the video via a chapter 2, because I'm looking at my phone here and it's giving me a reading that it's nearing the end of the video, so I'm gonna may have to cut this. I will have to cut this short and continue on at a later date. Let me just try and finish this shelf here before I do cut off. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feedback, requests, let me know below. Okay? And as we near the end of this, I guess, chapter 1 of my overview video, I will leave you guys with I'm going to be giving away a special prize at the end of this series. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a premium steelbook from one of the overseas labels. Okay, guys, I guess I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll see you in chapter 2. Take care.